Between now and kickoff of game one, lots of work to do. What are the main things you want to focus on, or the main things you want to figure out, or facing the team and the decisions you're making now?
Well, I think first and foremost is building a team chemistry. I think this team, got a little bit discombobulated a year ago with all of the different things that were going on, the loss of players and those things. So I think building a team is huge. I don't think you ever underestimate team chemistry. I think we'll spend hours upon hours, first and foremost, dealing with the relationships of our team and team chemistry. I think that's first and foremost. Without that, it doesn't matter how much talent you have or how much you don't have. But you've got to have that. I think secondly, I think our kicking game. I think we've got to continue to improve that. We'll have a new kicker to replace Brian. Steve Close will be in there and be on his shoulders a little bit, those kind of things. So I think the kicking game as a whole had some, with some of the departure and some changes in some of the staff of who's coaching different units, that kind of thing. So I think the kicking game is huge. Defensively, it's basically a new staff. We've got to get them staff chemistry and then defensive chemistry, and then put a plan together that gives our guys a chance to have success. Offensively, I think, again, it's going to come down to what our quarterbacks can do, which I don't think is any different than any place in the country. We're going to have 4 different concepts, basically, of what each one of those guys can do. We've got to do a great job of getting Brandon prepared for the season, get him in shape and healthy and ready to play. He's got to play all the games for us, but we've been through it before. He will not. There's a good chance he's not. So you better get the second and third guys ready, just like every other position. So I think just building a plan for all of those different groups. And again, you're going to have a few young linemen in there. But I think identity on offense. I guess if you were asking me, but I think the identity of who that offense is going to be with Brandon, with Dalen, with Mark, Donnie Jones, the wideouts. We've got 3 tailbacks that are senior veterans that can run and catch. Where are they going to fit in? How are we going to use all of them in the game at one time? Because they all can help us win. And, so I think the identity of the offense will be what we're trying to figure out.
John, how important was it to get somebody like Mike to come in here on short notice?
Well, it's huge for me, Pete. I mean, you're trying to do both. He's a high energy guy. He's a work hard guy. He's the first guy in the office, the last guy to leave, and has a tremendous library of knowledge. I mean, he's a guy that I can really count on game day, and it was a great hire for our program and for our kids. I mean, and then selfishly for me, because all of a sudden I'm going to be doing something new in a game. I don't, it's going to go fast. Calling defenses and trying to make changes and all those kind of things. And you need somebody in the box that can help you to say, hey, coach, you better go check on the offense. I got this, and be able to help everybody else. So tremendous help, a lot of wealth of knowledge, and it's going to help already. So it was a huge hire for me selfishly, but I think for our program and our kids, somebody that's who's here when we won a lot of games. It's neat to have them guys come back. And if they come back, they really want to come back. And I was one of those guys once. I remember Coach Cullen asked me, I wasn't sure, you just don't know how you're going to be received, and then you walk in the door and, geez, there's, hey, I know Pete, and hey, I know Dana, I know all those guys, and that's a pretty neat feeling. And so I think he's really enjoyed it. I think he's relaxed. His family's getting moved here. His wife will be in town. That'll be a lot of fun. So I think that's good.
Jon, will everybody be ready to go for practice? I mean, I know we're going to be.
Yeah, we've got a couple of guys, and I can't really tell you. We've got a couple of guys that are still waiting on the clearinghouse.
Injury-wise, I'm sorry.
Injury-wise, John Sasson will probably be a little bit back. We got some guys with just some minor summer stuff, I think. But I think everybody else is better be ready to roll.
How is your practices on Thursday and Friday? How are they set up? I mean, you got some in the morning, some in the afternoon. Is it going to be like offense, defense?
No, we're still in summer school, Pete. So that's created a little bit. And we've got a bunch of guys in school, probably 25 kids still in summer school Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tomorrow we're working around schedules tomorrow to get checked in. Thursday and Friday's practices. The morning is relatively our newcomers. because most of the the older guys, the veteran guys, have class. So it's really what we just divided up. The guys that older kids are in the afternoon for the most part are veterans, and the younger kids, the newcomers, are in the morning. And then we're getting those guys have to have 6 hours of academic orientation while they're here. So the afternoon session, while we're practicing with the veteran guys or the older kids, those guys will go through 3 hours both days, and we'll be done with that by Friday. So it kind of fit okay. It's going to be a little bit different. It'll be 35, 40 guys in each practice, 40 guys in each practice.
John, do you approach this year differently because you're calling the shots on defense now? I mean, a little bit. I mean, and it's not going to come out, but do you feel more part of?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I feel like I got more energy than I've ever had. Don't have any choice. That's the other side. But I really do. They were just messing with me over there a little bit, I feel like a kid. I'm excited. Watching film all summer and putting game plans together for opponents and just doing stuff that I really love to do. And then I've got to do all the other stuff. But I've had some great help. Danny Kopp with football ops has helped. And, lean on Trevor and all the people in the department are just going to have to help me. And everybody has done that. So I'm ready. I'm excited and really having fun. I'm ready to roll.
How does the head coach criticize the defensive coordinator?
It's pretty easy. I'm really a bad critic of myself, so I don't have any problem doing that. But again, it's just something I love doing. I've loved being in the meeting rooms with the coaches. And, it's been hectic. It's been a hectic summer. We haven't had as much time away. I've been in the office the majority of the time, trying to just get myself organized for the season. And I think once it gets going, I don't think it's an issue. I've talked to enough people that have done it. Dean Hood, who's a friend of mine, he's from Kentucky, does it that way. I've talked to the right people, and I know what needs to get done and what doesn't. And then I just need, I need help from everyone else. Just has to do their part to only take a little bit of heat off of me. And everybody's done that. It's been fun.
As far as the receivers, and I know it's just on paper, but is this perhaps one of the best groups of receivers you've had?
Well, we'll see. I mean, I think those guys are talented guys. Donnie Jones, obviously a talented guy. Was banged up a little bit in spring. Aaron Pitts has made tremendous strides. I just think those guys, Dominic Barnes, Ty Campana, made some great catches. A local guy made some great catches in the spring. He can really run. So, there's a chance they can be awfully good. We'll see. That's the exciting part of the season. On paper, they look pretty good. But we'll see what happens.
Coach, the buzz around town, of course, is that time of year. Football season is here. People are talking about the Penguins. Knowing your personnel, knowing your staff, knowing what you have to work with, how confident are you as a program that this can be a special season here this fall? Collectively, stay healthy and all those things.
I'm fired up about this group. I think it's interesting. I don't think any coach in America ever knows how good his team can be. But I think every coach has a handle on his team. I think they have an idea if they've done the little things that it takes to give yourself a chance. And our kids have done the little things that it takes to give yourself a chance. No question. Not even a doubt in the back of my mind. None. Absolutely. That's why I think I'm kind of really excited about this group. I don't think anybody gives us a chance, and that's okay. Because I'm not sure sitting here a year, that we should have been ranked anywhere. So I think that's all fair. Coach Stoops used to always say, you get as your work's deserved, and that's about where we were. But I also know that if that's the case, and the works that our guys have done so far, if we'll continue to come together as a football team and build this team, we get a chance of being okay. And I'm excited about them. So they'll be worth watching. They'll be worth watching.